Hi, this is Kerry Artek with Wicked Stocks, bringing you the daily Tesla report for Friday, May 19th, 2023. Before we click through all the charts, I want to encourage you to please click like if you haven't already. It helps us out a great deal in being found on YouTube. Also, subscribe to the Wicked Stocks YouTube channel. You'll be provided notification each and every time new content has been uploaded. That includes the daily Tesla and daily Apple report and our occasional free stock pick that we put on YouTube. Speaking of stock picks, wickedstocks.com offers two a week that you never see on YouTube, as well as daily analysis in the Triple Q, the SPY, weekly video analysis in the S&P 500, NASDAQ 100, and the long bond ETF, the TLT, all for a very reasonable monthly price package that includes a 5-day free trial. So check us out. If you don't like it within 5 days, you can cancel your subscription for no cost whatsoever. Go to wickedstocks.com. Anyway, here we go. Friday's daily Tesla report. I'll remind you that this 194.33 weekly channel top coming off the weekly chart over the last few months from that February high remains a 2 to 3 week target. Has been a 2 to 3 week target for the better part of 2 weeks now following the settlement. Where are you here? Above the speed line at 159.60. If I could back up just a little bit for proper context, we had a sell signal back in April, early April, that set up a test of this channel bottom that is presently at 148.13. And when we tested that channel bottom, I mentioned how within 1 to 2 months, we should push into the 190s. 190s are calling, as I say, drawing the market up toward it with the channel structure having held selling pressures in later April. And following the test of that 148.13 channel bottom, which was in the 150s at the time, a couple of weeks, week and a half later, we closed above this trend-defining descending one-third speed line. Trend-defining, not as significant as 148.13, but trend-defining in the sense that we could have topped out perhaps at the 159.60 speed line, fallen back to 148.13 and filled that wedge out for a couple of weeks. That isn't what happened. We closed above it. That set up a 2 to 3 week buy signal to 194.33, the channel top I showed earlier on the weekly chart. We are a week and a half, almost 2 weeks into that buy signal. The question is, will we get there by the end of next week? We could. I'll get to that in a moment. But that is the bigger picture. 159.60, if tested over the next week or so, able to contain selling on a weekly basis, and above which 196.62 or 194.30 remains a 2 to 3 week target. Now for the day itself, upside, I've got 182.09, and that level can contain buying on a daily basis, possibly into the middle of next week. We could maybe rotate off of here and fall back to the channel bottom that I don't have labeled yet and not even noted. It's really not a channel bottom. It's a trend line now. But once we test this channel top, it does become a channel bottom. On the way up today, I do have 177.31. That is a 3/8 upside Fibonacci, AB, February high, late April low. It can contain intraday strength. So if you look at the support resistance area to the far right, it is a push or open today above 177.31 that indicates 182.09 within the day, where once again we can top out into the middle of next week, fall off for a day, 2 or 3. But if we close above 182.09, just keep in mind it is consistent with our overall expectation for reaching into the 190s over the next 2 or 3 weeks. And I'll say that if we close today above 182.09, we should by the end of next week actually test that targeted 194.33 channel top, where we can top out through June, possibly longer, and fall off from here again over the following 3 to 5 weeks, back to the channel bottom that is presently at 159.60. So that is the real possibility here. It would be a settlement, of course, above 194.33 over the next couple of weeks. That would then signal long-term resistance at 214.78 within 1 to 3 weeks, where we could top out into later year, and if settled above, would mark a significant long-term low for Tesla and a discontinuation of the bear market that exists below 214.78. So back to the day itself, Yes, I have 182.09. I also have 177.31. Holding below 177.31 will keep 169.51 in reach perhaps today. I don't expect it, but is the high of Tuesday. Tuesday's low was the pullback low following the high last week. The high of the low has pivot point qualities, so holding below 177.31 does allow 169.51. If the market gets crazy and sells off in a big way, breaking 169.51 does allow 164.52, where we can place a daily low. Now, I know I'm throwing a lot of numbers at you, but I will say that breaking 169.51, which is Tuesday's high, the high of the low, does indicate 164.52 intraday. This is all for aggressive day traders. But swing traders, you're probably already long perhaps from the 159.60 speed line. And swing traders, if I can tell you, the 182.09 level is your swing trade. This is an area to take profits if you've been long for the last week or two. If partial profits anyway, because we could fall off. And when I'm talking swing traders, I'm really talking 3 to 5 days. I'm not trying to dissuade the 2 to 3, 3 to 5 week position traders who've been holding out for the 190s. No, I say hold out for the 190s. It's those of you who like to trade 2 to 3, 3 to 5 day stretches. 182.09 offers that possibility where we could top out here into the middle of next week. And once again, if we close above 182.09, if you are a 3 to 5 day swing trader, stay long, go long, stay long into the 190s, the 196.62 area, 194.33 on the weekly chart. That becomes our objective, where profits can certainly be taken if you've been holding out for this area following either the A, testing of the 148.13 channel bottom, or B, the settlement a couple of weeks ago above the 159.60 speed line, both indicating the 190s as an ultimate objective. And once again, we can top out in the 190s through June and fall off from here in a meaningful way back to channel support, presently in the 140s, within a month or two of doing so. Is there anything else to say? I really don't think so. I think I have covered it all, and I'm just going to leave it at that for Friday's Tesla Report. Please click like, subscribe, check out wickedstocks.com. You get a 5-day free trial, and I'll be back Sunday afternoon with Monday's Tesla. You have a great weekend.